You're listening to WNJC 1360 AM in Washington Township, New Jersey. Also on the web, WNJC1360.com / Broadcasting Company. Stay tuned for the Mystic Hour.
Get to call in and get absolutely free psychic advice just as God intended. It's an awesome thing, and it's a lot of fun doing it. In fact, we're going to be having our anniversary show here next month, folks, on the 13th, oddly enough. But yeah, June 13th, we started this show, and it's just been a wild ride, and looking forward to many more of them. Now, speaking of shows, I got a lot of new announcements as far as that's concerned. Folks, we still have a lot going on with the Airsoft Assault. That's on June 1st. You can call 1-800-SKIRMISH to book that. I am going to be appearing this Thursday over at Dempster's in Mount Holly, New Jersey. I'll be doing free psychic readings from 7 to 10, and it's going to be a good time having it all, I guarantee it. So if you get a chance, check that out. It's going to be some great stuff. It's always fun when I go to Dempster's, and that's right there in Mount Holly, New Jersey on Route 38. Now, coming up also in June, a couple other things going on, one of which is I'm going to be appearing in Sicklerville, folks. I'm going to be appearing every other Wednesday coming in June, and this is at Aloha Bay. Those of you that haven't been, it is a wonderfully happening place out there in Sicklerville, so if you get a chance, come on out, and I'll be there from probably 7 o'clock on, so if you get a chance, come on out and get a free psychic reading with me. It's a pretty cool thing. Now, a couple other announcements, and this just came in, brand new news bulletin, folks. I'm told that tonight we have a bunch of firefighters that are out there in California dealing with all these crazy blazes out there, and some of them are actually tuning in tonight. So those of you out there, thank you for tuning in, and thank you for such a wonderful service to California and your country. I've been to California. I've lived out there a few different places, San Diego and Imperial Beach, and even as far north as Lompoc, California. And so I've been around a little bit there, and it's always been nice. So, once again, thank you guys for all your efforts out there. It's awesome. So there you have it, folks. Those are all the announcements that I can think of at the moment. I'm sure I'll be babbling about something else later. But for now, let's go to the phones. We do have some callers on the line. Let me remind you all that this is a free call-in live psychic talk show. Give us a call at 856-227-1360 and 856-232-7077. Give us a call and get a free psychic reading with me, folks. It's that simple. Now, we do have a caller on the line, so let's go ahead and take one of these lucky callers now. Caller, you are live. Good evening.
Hello?
Hello. Your name? Your name?
My name is Hostini.
Hostini?
Hostini.
Hostini.
Hostini with an M-I at the end.
Got it. Hostini.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. And where are you calling from?
I'm calling from California. My brothers are fighting the blazes right now.
Oh, God bless you all. I was just mentioning that. Yeah, you folks are wonderful. Actually, my father, when we lived in California, he was actually in search and rescue and, worked really close with the firefighters out there. And you guys are just awesome. We love you guys. So thanks again for all your, undying efforts out there to control that stuff. And most of that's just natural, isn't it?
Yeah, you should have been out here last year. Up here in the Morongo Valley area, we've had the Paradise Fire, and we saw 2 complex fires. There's the fire actually came within 10 feet of my home.
Oh, my.
And you want to talk about some hard workers.
I can imagine.
I can't wait to get back into the field.
I understand. Well, I really don't want to take up too much of your time, my dear. I could talk to you all night about, this stuff, because it is an amazing thing. It is an act of God, He's just doing this thing, but wow, it's beastly.
Yeah, I was calling just to get a general reading, if I could, a quick general reading, because I'm really getting scared about my finances right now.
Okay. Well, just sit back, relax for me. Don't focus too much on any one thing. You asked for a general reading, I'm going to give you one. I just need you to focus on your life, past, present, and future. Different things you have going on. Different things you hope to achieve. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. Oh, please, it's just mystic.
Okay.
Right on. I mean, if you're going to be formal, you'd call me Reverend. I'm actually an ordained minister of 9 years, so amongst many other titles. Now, one of the first things that I'm seeing here, this is dealing with your present position. And, you're talking about you're worried about your finances and this and that and the other, and I understand that, but, you worry about a lot of things, all of which, most of which at least, you already have a handle on. You understand that?
Somewhat.
You worry a lot about things that you already have under control. You got to be careful of that, because what it's doing is it's putting a damper on a lot of doors that you could be opening right now, especially like socially, because right now the only reason why the finances aren't where they're supposed to be is because of your lack of connections right now, my dear, and you're working on that as we speak. But, you got to open up more. You got to put yourself out there a lot more in order for you to really make this work for yourself.
Okay.
You do. Now, dealing with your distant past, it was all about the growth process, and that really wasn't working for you because, you needed more. You needed more fruition. You needed something now. You couldn't wait to reap now and sow later, or sow now, reap later, You had to do everything right then and there. It was the only way for you to survive, and it worked for you, though. But you have complete and total faith in yourself, and really that's what saves you every time, give it credit or not. But, your immediate future is all about the chemistry that you're working with now, and that's really what it's all about here, with you. You have to work towards, this bonding process, because it's all about connections with you. You got to get them. You got to get them. This is the only way this will work for you. And, this is an internal struggle. It's something that only you can fix, only you can change. And I do sense you're working on that. You're almost forcing yourself into it. And, hey, whatever works, as long as it works. But, honestly, as far as your environment, I know you're feeling a bit confined with that. But, I think your finances are definitely on the uprise here. You got to push it. You have to push it in order to make this work. And believe in yourself, totally. Because you're a smart cookie. You have no reason to fret. Everything that you have going on, you're bringing into fruition as we speak. And, it's a navigation. It's a progression that you're going through. But you're handling it. You're navigating properly. You're not screwing this up. You understand? This is good stuff for you. This isn't, a big, huge, giant ball of burden. So, this is progression. This is moving forward, and this is what you really need to do. But the more connections you get right now, the better off you're going to be.
Interesting.
So that's what I see for you generally. You understand?
Okay.
Now, let's get to the nitty-gritty here. you wanted to focus especially on finances. Again, I got to tell you, it's all about connections. The more you know, the more people you're, connected to, the better off you're going to be.
Wow. May I ask another question?
You most certainly can.
Who's stalking me?
Stand by. Focus now, okay? Focus on what you know, not on your hunch. Focus on what you know. Right? Okay, this is what I'm seeing here with that. What I'm seeing here, first off, there is somebody that has a really strong affection for you. Now, whether that's turning into a, mental problem or not is another story. I do see a history with this person. I don't think you know him. I don't think you know this person. It's not an ex. It's not a relative. It's not a neighbor. It's somebody completely different. If that's the case. But there is somebody that has a really, really strong affection for you. Now, again, that's not always a good thing. You understand? Yeah,
that's what's scaring me.
Well, I do sense a history of problems with this person. But I can also tell you that, and this I can tell you without any question, again, you're focusing on yourself right now, and this is what you really need to do right now. I don't think, well, just to be as blunt as possible, I just don't think this guy can take you. I don't. Of course, protect yourself, whatnot, do whatever you have to do. But I don't think this person would be, interested in doing harm to you. I think if anything, they'd prefer to watch you, quote unquote, from afar.
Had that feeling.
Yeah, but this isn't an ex. This isn't someone. This is somebody new.
Interesting.
Now they could have seen you at a store, something like that, but it's not somebody that you've, been with before, in the same room with. You know what I mean? Definitely not. But I will tell you, this person does have a history.
A history?
A mental history.
Oh, great.
And it's all about the moon. Something about the moon.
It gets worse by as the moon is waning or waxing?
Don't know. But whatever it is, in his mind, that has something to do with it.
It's a younger or older fellow?
I'd say mid-30s. Mid-30s. Maybe a little older. Almost 40-ish.
That's scary.
Seems to take care of himself, doesn't seem like he's beat up at 40. You know what I mean? Clean.
Okay, I guess I'm going to have to give that a great deal of thought.
Again, I don't think you know this person, and, that's a drag. Because if it did, you'd, at least have an idea of what to do and how to protect yourself. But in this case, you really don't. You don't, so you have to take any and all precautions. I would. Psychic or no psychic, if you feel uncomfortable, especially in your own home, you got to do something about that. Whether you got to get a dog or, something a little more extreme.
Been there. Got it.
There you go. You know.
Do you by any chance know what the sex of my baby will be?
Stand by. Interesting. I sense this is going to be a girl, but she's going to be late. It's going to be late in the day.
Late in the day?
Yeah, I think that the due date is going to be a little sooner than she wants.
That's so good.
But girls run in your family, though, don't they?
Yeah, they do, actually.
Yeah,
this is my first,
but I do. I sense that she's going to be a little later than that.
How?
When's the due date, do you know?
October 17th.
Okay, well, you'll probably have to wait another week on that.
I was hoping she'd be born on Halloween.
Well, there may be a chance of that. I mean, honestly, I think she's going to be a little late.
Oh, interesting. Gosh, I gotta thank you so much.
Oh, it was my most humble pleasure, and I gotta thank you so much. You know, it's always a pleasure to, find somebody on the same team. I mean, I do my work here, and I try to help out as much as I can, and I know you guys and gals are all doing your work over there and doing the best that you can out there, and, we all appreciate it. On behalf of all of us, thank you so much.
Many, many blessings.
You're awesome. Thanks for calling the show. Bye-bye. Wow, firefighters all the way from California. When they're not fighting the blaze, they're actually calling the mystic. That's awesome. Hey, thank you so much again for calling the show. Now, I want to remind all of you, this is a free call-in live psychic talk show. You can give us a call at 856-227-1360 and 856-232-7077. Give us a call and get a free psychic reading with me, folks. It's just that simple. It's a pretty awesome deal. All compliments of our wonderful sponsors, which you're probably going to hear very shortly. But in the meantime, Karen, how are you, darling? Are you with me? Oh, she must be busy on those phones. Okay, so a lot going on this week in the news, folks. I'll tell you, a lot of really nutty stuff. One of the biggest, at least that's been hitting my circles a lot, some of the spiritual circles, have been contacting me about this poor girl who was stoned to death in Iraq for basically dating the wrong sect. Their family was Muslim, and she wanted to date a Muslim of a different sect. And about 1,000 people got together on her way home from school. They grabbed her and stripped her and stoned her to death, all in the name of Islam. It's a sad thing, folks. It's brutal, it's savage, it's horrible, and it's wrong. I don't know what else I can tell you about that. Is it going to stop? No, it's not. No. As much as I would love to say it is, it's not going to stop. It's going to get worse, much worse instead of better, before it gets better. It will get better, but not for a while. I'm afraid. Not towards the end of all this mess. I really sense that. You want to talk about a dark before the dawn? This is what we're talking about. This is what Revelation is all about, folks. So, this is why it's going on the way it is. This is why it's, some of us are turning crazier than others, and this is why it's happening all over the world. So, get used to it. It's going to get worse, again, before it gets better. So be ready for that, all of you. All right? And I'm not afraid to say it. And you guys write me crazy letters all the time from, various sects around the world, not just Muslims, but, I've received just as many threats and crazy stuff from Christians as well because of some of the things that I've said on this show. But, I'm a Christian too. I truly am. I've been an ordained minister for a very long time, and I do believe the Word of God, and I stick to it as often as I can. And, it's hard. It's difficult for all of us to avoid temptation. Of course it is. But, it's something we have to work on. If it was easy, wouldn't be so worth it at the end, I think, So, there you have that. So, how are those phones, Ken? Still can't find her. Okay. So, what do we talk about next? Oh, one other thing that I wanted to mention very quickly was, we've got some very serious candidates that are all running for the presidency. And, okay, fantastic. But it's getting crazier and crazier out there. And I'll tell you, folks, I think this presidency, this campaign for the presidency is going to be the most evil, most harsh, most diabolical campaign that anybody has ever run. That's my prediction. I think people are actually going to, maybe come to blows at some point during this thing. I say this is going to be a knockdown, drag-out fight. They will, people have said, they've said some serious stuff to get in the presidency. No, not true. Everybody's held their tongue until the past two presidents. We have lost a lot of respect for that seat, straight up. And ever since then, people have said what they wanted to. That Michael Moore put out a anti-president campaign. And, that was a horrible thing to do. Whether it's true or not, it was still a horrible thing to do. It doesn't really show that you're having any kind of support for your country. So, or the leadership in this country, that's just the way of things. So, this whole thing is getting messier and messier. It's showing a lot of disrespect for, our country. It's showing a lot of disrespect for what we have going on here. And, we're pulling God out of our city halls and the whole bit. And, this stuff, we're going down right with them just like everybody else. So this is something, that we have to realize. And that's the truth. Now, I want to remind all of you that this is a free call-in live psychic talk show. The numbers are 856-227-1360 and 856-232-7077. Give us a call. In the meantime, we do have a caller on the line, so let's take that caller now. Caller, you are live. Good evening.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hi. Your name?
Linda.
Hi, Linda.
Hi.
Where are you calling from?
Philadelphia, PA.
Oh, lovely. And how can I help you this fine evening?
Yes. I just wanted general information.
Okay, just a general reading?
Yes.
Fabulous. Need you to focus on your life for me.
Okay.
A little bit of the past, present, future.
Okay.
Different things you got going on, different things you hope to achieve.
Okay.
You with me?
Yes.
Right on. Now, one of the first things that I'm seeing here, my dear, this is dealing with your present position, some of the things that are going on in your life right now, okay? And what I'm seeing here, you have always been able to, and please don't take this the wrong way when I say this, okay? But you have always been able to manipulate a lot of the people around you in order to get your way. Now, I don't mean that negatively.
Okay.
Okay, I don't mean that in a negative way. What I mean by that is that you manage to push your morality, your self-discipline, your, quest for knowledge, quest for success. You've been able to instill that in the people around you and force it on them whether they knew it or not.
Okay.
And that's really all that happened there. And that's some great stuff. That's awesome. And that works for you. But you're not really following a lot of what you're preaching here. Because, you have had some really great opportunity and you've given it up for somebody else.
Okay.
Right?
Yes, I have.
You got to be careful of that. This is a big no-no in the whole plan here. All right? right? You're a strong lady. You got a lot going on. And by you doing this, it's actually forcing more misery and more torment out of yourself than anything else. You're not happy with this. Right?
You're very right.
See? I know what I see here. You're awesome, Lydia. You're so strong. And you're smart. And, you've got God right there in your heart. But what you're doing wrong here, you're wondering why, and why are you so miserable if you're doing all these things so strongly? Well, it's because you're doing them for someone else, not yourself. You gotta do it for yourself. You gotta sacrifice for yourself. You gotta take time for yourself. You gotta make effort for yourself, not everybody else.
Okay.
You gotta understand that. This is the only thing that you're doing wrong here. And that's not a lot. That's not bad. Could be worse. Could be worse.
Okay.
All right.
You're right.
So you're awesome. You've got a lot going on. Now, one thing too. This is dealing with your distant past. Okay, when you were a child, you had the freedom to do whatever you wanted, and even then, you knew that you were going to be helping people, which is beautiful, But you got to help yourself first. You got to get there first. You got to help yourself until you're in a position where you can, do some real good here. It's time for you to do that now.
I will.
Promise?
I promise.
Right on. Yeah, see, this is some great stuff, and I'm telling you, this is your only flaw, and as soon as you get over this little hump, you're going to be right back on track. I know what I see. You're smart. You're doing really good here with that. Now, dealing with your more distant past, your more recent past, excuse me, even though you've passed judgment on somebody, you still open the door to them. Why? You with me on that?
Yes.
Do you know why you do that?
Maybe because I try to be fair, or I give people chances, or maybe, I don't know if I doubt what I feel. I think maybe I give chances. I'm hoping for the best.
And see, that's really great, but in order for that to truly happen the way you want,
yes,
people have to change. And that includes you.
Okay.
Because in order for something like that to really work, you would have to give up all control. Not just some of it, all of it. I don't think you're capable of that. No offense.
Okay.
But in order for you to truly be happy with that, you'd have to give up everything, and that's not your style, unfortunately, And, that's just unfortunate for them. It's not unfortunate for you.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
So it's like a conflict, maybe.
Sure, absolutely. But see, it's not going to work. You keep hoping for this to change. It's not gonna. It's going to stay the same. So that means you'll have to change. And the only way for it to work, you'd have to change into somebody weaker, I'm afraid. And again, I just don't think that's your style.
No, it's not.
So that's what you're dealing with here. And, that blows.
Well, everything you're telling me is I would say, it's 100%.
I know what I see here, Linda. This is all that I do. I don't have a life or a day job or anything. This is it.
That's amazing.
But I know what I see here with you. And, if you could go backwards, then I'd say, hey, you know what? It's going to be just fine. not, because you're just too strong for that. And you're just now starting to taste success, so there's no way you could stop. You know, if you try and fail, that would be one thing, but you don't. So, you know, they're beat. You're not. So that's what you have to deal with there. You ask for a general, that's what I see, my dear.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
In reference to, you said something that was very recent past, and it was 100% correct.
Yeah.
And actually, a lot of what you said actually took place, some things took place, like bit by bit, like different parts here and there.
Right.
But some things you said actually took place together, like me sacrificing what I wanted to help someone else, but even though...
After you found out how they truly are. I know.
Gosh.
I know.
And...
Is this right?
Yes.
But is it proper? No.
No.
Of course not. Let me explain a little something to you. Those of you guys, have you listened to my show before?
No, actually, I never. I just turned to the station.
Okay.
Just turned to it. And...
There's something that I discuss a lot on my show.
Okay.
And what it is, it's the difference between instincts, our intuition, you know, versus our emotions, our brain, our flesh. Because, you know, our emotions, they come from the brain.
Okay.
They come from the flesh. And this is why the Bible says, you know, don't listen to that because it's flawed. You know, the flesh only sticks around for X amount of years and then dies off in one form or another. That's, you know, that's the way of things, but, you know, it's definitely not perfect.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the soul is different. Because the soul isn't of the flesh. It's not of the body. It's not of the brain. It's of the spirit. You understand?
Yeah.
That's where, you know, our instincts and our intuition, that's where it all comes from, is from their spirit. It comes from our eternal soul. Now, the thing is, this is why God gave us the eternal soul. Like everybody says, oh, you know, you got your spirit guides and your guardian angels. No, that's all crap. And I'm saying this for the record, folks. That's a lie. Whoever tells you that you got a spirit guide and a bunch of all hoo-ha and all these guardian angels around it, that's a lie. All right? They're incorrect. We have one spirit guide, and it's our soul. And that's why we have one. It's there to guide us. It's there to show us. It's there to lead the way. And the more you listen to it, the more you're doing God's work, because that's why He gave it to us, you know? You listen to that, you're following the program. You follow the program, you're going to get to your destination a lot quicker than if you stumble around with all these errors and, you know, problems. So this is what you're doing here, is your instincts told you, you got to go. You're done. This is it. Fin A. And yet your emotion said, but we can fix it. It'll be all right. It'll be okay. Right? So you got to be real careful of that. Because when your instincts say, hey, forget it. Forget it. Trust them. They know a lot better than you because they've been around this block hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times. But you start listening to your emotions, you're listening to your flesh. It's only been here a short time. So when, you know, when you have a problem and you let your emotions make that decision, you know, it's basically kind of just sitting down and figuring out, you know, out of this lifetime, the best course of action, and it's usually wrong. It's usually wrong. So you can't listen to that. You can't listen to the flesh. You can't listen to the emotional side of yourself. Now, you can use the emotions for like a dinner date, or if you go see a funny movie, that's what the emotions are for. The after effect, the glow, if you will. You know? They're the ones that make you say, yeah, I did it, and you give yourself a thumbs up, or, oh, wow, I screwed up, and you want to kick yourself in the butt. That's, you know, what the emotions are for, not to make those decisions for you. That's where the instinct comes in. That's where intuition comes in. And that's where the spirit comes in. The soul comes in. And that's where God steps in. So, you know, you can either listen to, you know, a babe in the woods or the eternal wisdom of the soul. And according to what you and I have discovered tonight, it sounds like your soul says, get the heck out of there. That's the deal.
You know,
And your emotion said that you think you can fix it. I beg to differ.
you are so correct. I'll make it real quick so maybe you'll understand what I'm saying. I was in school, and it just dawned on me, or it hit me, and I said, well, you know, well, they were talking about another student that was leaving, but it came to me as well, like, and I said to myself in front of my instructor, you know, I don't think this is meant for me. I think I'm in the wrong field. And I let them talk me into staying, but I was a couple months to the program, and I was doing real well, but it dawned on me that I was making a mistake, that this is not for me. But I let someone talk me into staying, and I finally had to leave that school after I started getting sick. Didn't know why, but I was starting to get sick. And me helping another student out, I sacrificed for her, but I should have left a long time ago on my own. But partially because of her I left, partially, but not completely.
Right.
But I did the right thing, but just it's what I'm looking for. I elongated it. Maybe that's the right word.
Yeah. You prolonged it, definitely.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe for her it was good I stayed, but for me it wasn't, and I almost went back at another student's cry for help just when I told her I can't do it.
See, and that's crazy, because, and this will probably really blow your mind, you know, what I see here is that at the end of all this, had you have stayed and not gotten emotional and just followed your instincts and did your own thing instead of somebody else's, right now you would be in a position to be giving some really good quality medical help, which is helpful in its own right.
Gosh.
Right?
Yes.
I know what I see here. So what you need to do is head back to school, get it going on, and, you know, really work this for yourself. For yourself. Not for these other people. Not for these people you want to help later on down the road. Do it for yourself, and do it for yourself right now. And you do this, and I'm telling you, you will not regret it, and when the time comes, like I said, you'll be able to give some really good quality help when the time comes to those that really need it, and it'll be worth it for you. It'll be awesome, because the thing that'll make it different, and this is what makes it different for all of us, is the fact that this time you won't be out there looking for people to help.
Okay.
The people that need your help will be coming to you.
But the thing with that particular institution is I went through a lot of things with this.
I know.
So I had to leave. I should have left a long time ago. I had to leave that school.
See, I disagree. I truly disagree. I think there was your emotions that were telling you to go, not your instincts.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
See, this is what it's all about here, is learning the difference. Okay? And here's what I'm going to have you do. I'm going to give you a little homework assignment, and this will work for you, Linda, because you're a smart girl, and you're going to focus on this for me, okay?
Okay.
For the next 30 days, what I want you to do is I want you to focus on what that first initial thought in your head tells you to do. And I want you to act on it without any hesitation, without thinking about it, without thinking about the consequences. I want you to make a conscious effort to do what that instinct, what that intuitive side, what that soul tells you to do. The first thing that comes into your mind, I want you to act on it. And I want you to do this for 30 days.
Okay.
You do this. What you'll be doing in reality is you will be making a conscious effort to listen to the eternal soul, and by doing so, literally, fully doing God's work. You do this for 30 days, and then give us a think in those 30 days' time, you'll see enough success to know that this will work for you.
Okay.
You do this. And do exactly what it tells you to do.
Okay.
It's going to tell you to do some weird stuff, but it'll be tying up a lot of loose ends for you. Trust me.
Okay.
And this will work. And it'll be awesome for you. And then you're going to give us a call back and give us some great news. I know it.
I will.
I know you will. Linda, thank you so much for calling the show. Now, all I ask, is that you do tell a friend so that maybe one day they, too, can get some free psychic advice. Is that cool?
Yes, I will.
You're awesome. Thanks again, Linda. God bless you and your entire family.
Thank you, and God bless you as well.
Bye-bye. Okay, folks, we're going to go ahead and go to commercial, and when we come back, we will have more free psychic readings with the Mystic, so stick around, okay? Right on.
Coming November 18th to the Commerce Bank Arts Center in Washington Township, New Jersey, the magical artistry of Fabian. World-class master of illusion, one of the most theatrical illusionists of our time, witnessed the impossible as Fabian and his beautiful... We last left our hero high in the Himalayas, seeking truth from the wise wizard who lives there. God, I hope this guy's home. Hello, anyone there?
I am the wizard who holds the answer to which you seek. Behold, I give you the sword of destiny.
Yes, it's very nice, but that's not why I'm here.
Ah, you seek the Holy Grail, of course. Now, where did I put that
No, that's not why I'm here either. I'm just looking to find a deal on computers.
Well, that's easy. Quartz Computers at 856-656-0443 are here for all your PC needs. Upgrades, repairs, all done on site. Even most warranties are honored. Check out their website at www.quartzcomputers.com or call them at 856-656-0443.
Quartz Computers, thanks a lot. Now, how do I get out of here?
I wish I knew.
That's quartzcomputers.com at 856-656-0443. Just look for the wizard in the ad.
Greetings, Philadelphia. As my good friend Mr. Mystic would say, are you a believer? Do you believe in love? Do you believe in music? Well, believe me, I do. This is the doctor, Dr. Lou. If you believe in love, music, and a heck of a good time, check out www.drlumusic on the net right flipping now. Yes, that's where you can find all the information about Dr. Lou Music and Film Productions, Philadelphia's only place for independent films, and House of Blues Radio Hour with none other than Elwood Blues, a.k.a. Dan Aykroyd. If you are a believer and believe in yourself, believe me, this is one prescription you're going to want to take. Seriously. That's www.drmusic.com. I'm your host for the NJC1360.com, where blues and independent music starts.
Greetings to you. I am the Mystic. Thanks for tuning into my show each week, but it's only an hour show, and I know many of you miss out on the chance for your reading with me. So, I am available for private sessions, as well as parties, seminars, and benefits, of course. Give me a call at 856-803-4463, and I will assist you in all matters of love, life, health, success, and destiny. As an ordained minister of 9 years, I can also perform blessings and house clearings or the most memorable custom wedding created especially for you. Call 856-803-4463, and you can also reach me through my website at www.themysticsrealm.com. Feel the awesome power of a true psychic reading. To be knowledgeable about what is to come in your life is to be better prepared for it, and I will show you how to achieve better living through the Spirit. That number again is 856-803-4463, and I look forward to reading you.
Does your spirit need a vacation as bad as you do?
Look no further! Coming December of 2007, The Mystic Psychic Cruise Spectacular. 7 days and nights on one of the world's largest cruise ships. As we travel the Caribbean and check out the islands of the Bahamas, you'll join us for 3 exclusive seminars by the Mystic as you enjoy everything the ship has to offer. Dinners, parties, even an exclusive cocktail party for the Mystic's special guests. If you snorkel, you can be the Mystic's guest as he performs a never-attempted underwater psychic reading on stones said to be built by Atlantis, a not-to-miss event. Meet fellow spiritualists from all over the world, perfect for singles or couples. Check the website for details or call Cruise Events at 1-800-695-5253. Book now. Cabins are going very fast. That number again is 1-800-695-5253. Ask for Susan, and we'll see you in the Bahamas.
And we are back here on the Mystic Hour at WNJC 1360 AM, Washington Township, Philadelphia, folks. It is a beautiful night here at the Mystic's Realm. I want to thank WNJC and their wonderful team, especially Karen, for making all this radio stuff possible. Karen, you are awesome. Thank you so much. We do have a call on the line. Let me give you those call numbers so that you too can get a free psychic reading. You guys can give us a call at 856-227-1360 and 856-232-7077. Also, I want to remind you that this is only an hour show, so I'm obviously not going to get to all of you tonight. But I do want to remind you all that you guys can give me a call for a private reading. It's $60 face-to-face, and it's like $40 for a half hour on the net. You guys can give us a call at 856-803-4463. That number again is 856-803-4463. Or you can check me out at my website, themysticsrealm.com. That's www.themysticsrealm.com. And that's pretty much it, folks. Now, we do have a caller, so let's go ahead and get to that very patient caller now. Caller, you are live. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Your name?
Hi. My name's Melanie, but I go by Shelley.
Okay. Which would you prefer?
Shelley.
Okay, Shelley. Well, my name is Mystic. I was born that way.
Right on.
My first name is you can call me The.
Okay, when's your birthday?
Okay, so how can I help you, dear?
I'm just wondering, because I'm pregnant, 3.5 months pregnant, and I was wondering maybe if you can kind of get an idea of what I'm going to have.
Okay.
And also if my boyfriend's a doorknob or if I should stay with him.
Well, I mean, you know what? Doorknobs need love, too.
But hey, a doorknob's good enough to get you in the house. But, even if I was with a tool, I can, at least build something with that.
At least you can get in. That's it.
Yeah.
See? So it couldn't be that bad. Okay, so stand by, Shell. We will focus. I need you to focus on your life for me. We'll go ahead and we'll start with the child first.
Okay.
What exactly did you need to know about the child?
I just want to know if you can tell if it's a boy or a girl.
Okay,
if it's
no
okay.
problem. Okay, stand by. We shall see what we shall see for you, darling. Okay, wow. Looks like we actually have 2 girls here. This one, I gotta tell you, there's something about this one that I'm seeing here. It's good stuff. Don't panic or anything. But stand by a second. What is this that I'm seeing here? This child seems like it's going to be unusually smart.
Okay.
Unusually smart.
That's good. Good.
Yeah. Give that child all the access it can to all the input it can.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Just let him soak it up like a sponge.
Okay.
Good stuff. Now, you were also asking about, the doorknob.
Yeah, my boyfriend.
Right.
The guy I'm pregnant with.
Right.
5, yeah.
Okay. See, this one seems a lot more focused than a lot of the other people that you've been with in your past.
Mm-hmm.
This one seems like it's got a lot more going on, a lot more focus, and seems to be a lot more into actually listening to you, which is a pretty big switch, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really different.
Yeah, I sense
a lot more into this relationship than even my own, like my last marriage I was in.
You think so? You think you put in a lot more yourself?
Yeah. I think I'm more... I don't run away so easily. Like, I used to just run away from everything, you know?
Yes,
and
you did.
I stick around a little longer, and I'm still here. Like,
yeah, but you know why, though?
Huh.
Because you are a person of instinctive thought. Like, you know, you act when your instincts tell you to jump. You run.
Yeah.
Right away. And there's nothing wrong with that, really. Your instincts are not telling you to run with this one. So, you know, of course you're going to start to create a little better foundation than those that are screaming at you to run away, run away.
Yeah, exactly. Get married because you're pregnant.
Yeah, see, that's different, you know. But now,
like,
I'll tell you,
faithful?
I do sense... I'm sorry?
I want to know, like, is he faithful? Because, like, I mean, do I have to worry about him cheating on me and stuff?
No, on the contrary. I feel that there was an injustice that was done to him that would prevent that from happening.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like a past experience that he had dealt with. I don't think he'd cheat.
All right. Because I know he slept with people while we were separated, but we were separated.
That's different.
You know. Yeah. So, okay. All right, that's good. I'm like,
Yeah,
cause I really
don't
want to use that, but then I still kind of stress, and I'm pregnant and emotional, and, you know.
Of course. But, you know, you can't let those emotions run your life, dear. Just like I was saying to my last caller, it's really important not to.
Mm-hmm. I know, I'm so emotional.
Because it will cause you more turmoil, it will cause you more pain than anything else. For example, if you start acting on the emotions of whether or not this guy's cheating on you and you start badgering him over and over and over and over, it's going to get old really fast.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that includes anything. If you start getting emotional and just start, you know, freaking out over whatever enough, it's going to get old.
And then
It would to anyone.
Stuff that's not even true, and you just start making things up because you're like, it makes sense to me, even though it doesn't.
There you go.
It's the right thing.
There you go.
That.
So, you know, this is what you got to, you know, focus on right now, dear. Is
do I have time for one more question?
Very quickly, you sure do.
Okay, my job. Like, what should I do as far as a career? Like, as like, you know what I mean? Like, what do you see me like, or feel me doing? You know?
Okay, stand by.
Okay.
We shall see what we shall see for you, Shirley. And where are you calling from?
I'm in Palm Springs, California.
Oh, another California caller.
Yeah.
I sense that. All right. Okay. Good. This is going to be interesting for you. What I'm seeing here, you're definitely killing time right now more than actually pursuing what you're supposed to be doing right now.
Exactly.
Okay. I had to let you know that first because that's important. But, you know, what your goals are, you know, I see a lot going on with that. I do see a lot of music. I do see a lot of sound. I do see a lot of video stuff as well. But I don't know if it's in front or behind.
Yeah, see, I'm like, everybody tells me to be in the spotlight, like to be, like my mom wanted me to be a model and stuff, and like, but I'm more behind. I want to like make the cameras work and, you know, kind of like.
So you are in the film
on the
stuff.
People and stuff. Well, no, I haven't been, but I mean, I've always had interest in it, you know.
See, why aren't you focusing on that? If it's always been, an interest.
I got a 5-year-old son. I got married young.
Life. Denial.
I hold myself back. I restrict myself and then blame others, is what I do.
See, and this is the worst habit in the whole wide world. You think smoking's bad? This is the worst habit in the world.
I know.
And so many people are addicted to letting their emotions lead them and letting them just totally steer them in the wrong direction in life. And most of us are guilty of it. Really. Most of us are. But it's something we have to learn to do. We have to learn not to let the emotions take control, because, if all of us were to take the talents that we are born with and that we feel in our hearts, whether it's music or whether it's video production or whether it's radio psychic stuff or whether it's, whatever.
Yeah.
If we took what we truly felt in our heart and just focused on that, each and every one of us would have success stories. I probably wouldn't have one because I'd be out of a job, but because nobody would need advice. They'd all be doing the right thing.
Exactly.
So I would be the one person on the planet, and I'd be all over the news, and writing books about me being the only one on the planet without a success story. So in a sense, that would make me successful. So, but do you see the vicious cycle?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to have, you said 2 girls for some reason. I'm wondering about that. I'm having twins? I have a 5-year-old son already, and then my boyfriend has a daughter. She's 6. And then
that was my question too, because I do see 2, but I don't know what the circumstances are with it. So it could be that, it could be twins. I'm not really sure. That's why I really didn't, get into it too much. The stuff that I don't really see or too much, I just kind of breeze right over. But hey, I want to thank you so much for calling the show, Shelley.
Thank you.
It's awesome. The show, Shelley. Whew, almost had a little tongue twist there. But it's always a pleasure to hear from my California peeps, as I said. Yeah, I think you're going to do very well, but you got to, be careful, because the pregnancy thing will bring up the emotions really high, and if you let them run you, you're going to be in trouble out there, and you don't want that. So, be careful, okay, dear?
Okay, so teach my child everything they want, and
sponge.
Stay with my boyfriend, and don't be so hard on him, and get into music or something.
I don't know if it's music. I kind of want to say film. I think it's film. I do. I think it's some kind of video production stuff. And it's cool, though. That's great stuff. Real creative. It gives you a really good outlet, and, you're all about that stuff. So.
For sure.
It's cool.
All right, then.
Hey, God bless you, Shelley. Thank you so much for calling the show, and God bless you and your entire family.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Tell a friend. Bye-bye. Okay, folks. Wow, another California call tonight. That's awesome. I want to thank all of you guys for tuning me into your homes and businesses this evening. We are wrapping up yet another Mystic Hour. I want to thank all of you guys for tuning me in. I want to thank my wonderful sponsors, of course. And I want to thank, again, the California Firefighters for not just for calling in, but, for doing such a wonderful job out there. And, it's hot, it's difficult, it's dangerous, and, they do it just for the love of the land, folks, so you got to love them for that. Also, I want to remind all of you that this coming Thursday I will be at Dempster's performing absolutely free psychic readings, folks, and I will be at Aloha Bay in Sicklerville every other week in June, which is also a pretty cool thing. Also, one last thing, really, really quickly, is that, a lot of people out there are really freaking out over a lot of the disasters that are going on right now. Folks, don't sweat this. This is all the way of things. Trust me on this. Have faith. We have 1 minute left, so again, I want to thank you all for tuning me in. And, I most importantly want to take just this moment to thank the good Lord above for making all things possible, including this radio show. We've got another anniversary coming up, and I want to thank all of you for that. I love you all like family. You know this. God bless. Bye-bye.
You're listening to WNJC 1360 AM, Washington Township, Philadelphia, and in cyberspace at WNJC 1360.